Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsy69 and welcome back to some Hold My Tea replays. First up, we have the chieftain Fernando JS26 in his chieftain T95, and this is actually a ratings battle, and he is on Canyon, and he's actually top tier. Now, the chieftain is not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. It's not a bad tank, but it got buffed. The hatch on top did get buffed, but I just think it's not enough, and it's still really weak. And I think Wargaming only buffed it, so it really couldn't be HE'd, but it is still easily pennable. So he's actually flanked all the way around this hill instead of going up the hill, because the Type 62 on his team pretty much spotted the team early on, so he knew that the majority of the tanks were all around this side, so he decided to get around and get in, otherwise he would be getting crossfired. So he made the right choice in going around this side, and he's going to pump up a lot of damage, and this could even be Hall of Fame, but because it's a ratings game, it is not actually classed as a Hall of Fame game. So his Type 62 has literally got obliterated, and the Type 62 on the enemy team is going in for the kill. You can see he was trying to block him. He was trying to keep him alive. He does keep him alive long enough to bring this Type 62 down to a one-shot, and all he's got to do is just reverse up, and he gets the ram kill. So that is one tank down for his team, two tanks down for the enemy, but the Panther up there is pretty much on his own, and he's just going to get wrecked. So at the moment, he's still in a good position. He still can get some shots off, and if you can use this gun, this tank with the gun depression, then you can get the armor to be pretty troll. So he's staying here, and I've always said that this part of the map, is actually probably one of the most OP positions on any map, in pretty much in the entire game. If everything goes your way, unless you get rushed, then yeah, it's not such a good position. But if everything goes your way and the team start going, like the heavies go one side, the mediums go the middle or whatever, and you're in a tank that has gun depression, this is literally the best position in the entire game. You can really pump out some damage really quickly, and if you've got the turret armor and the gun depression to go with it, then yes, you can have just so much fun sitting up there. So at the moment, he's on 2k damage, just over 2k damage. He's done a pretty good job, hasn't really lost many hit points, just that ram from the Type 62, but it is still a 3 against 4, and his team are pretty low hit points. He's going to have a WZ-120, which in the Pink Clan, he's a very good player. He knows what he's doing, so he is going to rush him because he knows he's a good player. He's in an OP tank, so rushing him will definitely be the best decision to make. So he's going to do that. He's going to do that, and then the rate of fire on this tank is actually pretty good, to be honest. 5.9 seconds. It's a really good rate of fire tank. So you can see that he is just focusing on him, and he wants to push. He wants to push him, and he is going to take him out. So that just gives it a little bit of leeway. Now it is 3 against 3. The KV-4 is very low hit points, but there's still quite a few hit points to get through, and some of them have really good armor, like the VK. Has to be careful of the Smasher, of course, but you can see the Smasher's not looking at him. He is looking at someone else, so he is going to focus the Smasher while he's sitting in the open, taking shots at someone else. But it is now just a 3 versus 2. He's still got plenty of hit points left, and he knows that the Smasher now is going to want the KV-4 because he is low hit points, which is the right decision. It's not the wrong decision from the Smasher. That is completely the right decision to make. But now he has shot, he knows that he is on a pretty long reload, and that's where he's going to start using this gun depression, using this ridgeline to get the damage done. And you can see the Smasher has reloaded. He's trying to stare, and he only does 31 damage, and he does manage to take him out for his second kill, now leaving it just a 1 versus 2. Tankenstein and the VK both have got good armor, both have got big guns, and if he gets shot from one of each of these, then that's pretty much all of his hit points gone. So he is playing it really safe. He's not rushing into any of the tank. He's waiting for them to make a mistake, and as you can see there, using that gun depression, he is able to get the bounce. Now he's going to wait. The Tankenstein doesn't have the greatest of pen, but he's not rushing in. There's still 2 minutes left on the clock, and he's going to use the full 2 minutes almost for his advantage. And you can see he's trying to get those snapshots because he needs to shoot the VK twice. If he can get a shot in on him, bringing him down to a one shot, which he just does there, then the KV4, or the Tankenstein decides to rush around behind. So he is now able to rush this VK without getting any danger from that Tankenstein. And he can also be hidden, which is exactly what he's going to do. And by the time he is reloaded, I mean, it's only a 5.9 second reload. It's nothing big. The Tankenstein is still on 800 hit points, but he doesn't have the DPM. So he can actually rush him now, but he's not rushing. He's on 5.3k damage, and the Tankenstein does get shot, and because he gets shot, he's going to use that time now to think, oh, he's on a reload, let's rush. Not a good decision when you're in a tank with no DPM, and you're up against a tank with actually some TPM. And you can see that's just the Tankenstein, and he does bounce. So pretty good job, 5.9k damage, Top Gun, high caliber Radleys. He gets the Klobanov as well, 5 kills, he earned 51 points for that, and he deserved that. He had a really good battle. Next up, we have a good friend of mine, Ruck, in the T95E6, the American heavy tier 10 tank. Again, I haven't really been a lover of this tank. I did play it for the recent video when it come out last week. So, playing it, I mean, I was having fun with it, and I do start to feel, you know, what, 17.5k gold to get this, which isn't bad. It isn't bad. I think I said in my video, maybe 15k gold, it would be worth buying the tank, but anything more, then I really don't think it's worth that price. Not when you can just go up the tech tree line and get the E5. That is much better than this. That hasn't now got that big, massive hatch. Now, some people like the hatch. Aminette, for a start, Aminette, she loved the hatch on the E5 because it was really troll. So she's going to prefer this tank than the E5. It has gun depression, it has speed, it has mobility, it has armor-ish, and it has a good rate of fire. So Ruck is going, he needs to be careful because there is 3 TDs on this in this game, and 3 TDs on this map, when they're not spotted, can be fatal. It really can, because you've no idea. There's not much cover around this side of the map, and as he is just about to find out, 672 damage, there is a TD somewhere. So he now knows that he has to move, and pushing these 2 mediums here is definitely the right choice because they seem to be on their own. So taking them out as soon as possible, because of course they are opening these medium tanks for the TDs that are camping. So there goes the Leopard. That you can know that they're on their own now because the FV4202 is running away, but he is going to get wrecked as he is running away. And here comes now the IS-7. So just as they thought, you know what, we're going to be all right here, the TDs are not going to be able to spot us. We should now be able to spot the TDs. But as you can see, there goes the T-54E1. The Jaegeru completely tears him apart. The FV is playing it well. He got wrecked, but he's still staying around the area. He is going to make a mistake now. He should have just stayed around that area to spot the tanks. And now we know that the waffle, and if you look on the minimap, the TDs are now being spotted. So the IS-7 takes out the 140. Now he's going to have just a few shots in on the IS-7. He's still going to use this rig line. He's still going to use the gun depression, and you really can get bounces on this. And even the hatch, you can get bounces. 460 damage, block damage there. Now he does have the DPM over the IS-7, but at the moment it is still a 4 versus 5. There's still a lot of work to do. There goes the IS-7. So now it's a 4 versus 4, but there is still 3 TDs that were last known to be in the cap. In the spawn area, sorry. And first to come is the Waffle. 644 HE roll into him, and you can see wiggling the turret is probably the best thing to do in this tank, because that is, then it makes that hatch pretty difficult to be able to penetrate. So another nice shot there. 500 damage, leaves him on 542. There's the Jagd Tiger. He's now spotted, and it's just literally the Jaegeru to be unspotted. But he is in spawn. he's still in spawn. So there goes the waffle. The E100 is there. There's the Jagdtiger. The Jaegeru takes out another victim, which is the Death Star. So he is around here, and finally he is now spotted. So Ruck's going to use now, he's going to use this FV422 for protection. He's going to still use the gun depression. It's a 3-on-3. There's still a lot of hit points. The E100's full hit points. The Jaegeru's full hit points. The Jagdtiger is very low hit points, but he does have the DPM. So taking him out first would be a good choice. So he's going to wait. He is going to bounce that shot on the Jagdtiger. He should have paid more attention, he should have waited and just relaxed a bit. But at the moment, I think he is panicking just a little bit. He's on 4.6k damage. He's already done a remarkable job. This game is actually going to be his highest ever damage game. I'm quite pleased for him because he is a really, really good player. But he could have got more damage. I mean, the Object 704 on his team is camping, and you can see everyone moaning about him, but I mean, he's going to pretty much go up one-on-one against the E100. He's a tier 9 tank up against a super heavy in tier 10, and he's actually going to come off better. So while the Jagdtiger, the Jaegeru is spotted, he's going to use that. He's going to use this ridgeline to get the shots off. Now he hasn't got much to aim for. He only has them small cheeks on the side, so he does have to use the heat. But because he's using the heat, he is making his DPM lesser. But you can see he doesn't want to be shot. He doesn't want to be shot. He can actually be one-shotted if the Jaegeru is going to get a high roll. So he's not risking anything. He's taking the shot. He's backing up. He's trying to reset his camo, and he's just pretty much being out of harm's way when he is on that reload. And he's literally just torn this Jaegeru apart. And the Jaegeru, I mean, it's a slow tank. If he starts moving when he was spotted, he's just going to get wrecked. So he's actually doing the right thing. He's trying to wiggle. He's trying to angle behind the Jagdtiger. There goes the E100. So the Object 704 takes out that E100. And now he's just going to try and, again, aim at those cheeks. But as I've said, the cheeks from distance are not easy. It's not an easy pen. It's not an easy pen from distance. But he's literally torn that Jaegeru apart from full hit points, and he wins them the game. 7,123 damage. Well done, Ruck. A clanmate of mine. I've known him for many years, since literally the start of my Blitz journey. One of my first platoon mates. And he's a good guy. He is a good kid. So well done on your highest ever damage. Good game. 1700 base XP as well. So thank you for sending me that in. Next up we have Chard A158. And he is in the WZ111 1GFT, the Chinese tier 8 tank destroyer. Now this is a really, really good tank. When this first came out, people were saying that this is OP. But people do usually say stuff like this when a new tank comes out, because it's new, it's something different. People are not used to the tank yet. It's actually got armor, it's got a nice gun, it's got nice speed actually, it's not bad speed. And usually when people do well in these kind of tanks, when they're new, the tank must be OP. And we all said it, I said it, I think maybe even Bushka said it was OP. I don't think it's OP. I mean, it is died down a bit. Not many people do actually now play this tank. The Chinese tier 10 is probably one of the least played tier 10s. Not probably, but maybe now even people play the T22 more than they play the Chinese tier 10 tank destroyer. So it's really not popular. I don't know why. I actually like the tank, but it's just not a popular tank. Maybe because it is similar to the Object 268, and the same goes to this. Maybe it's not so popular because there is an Object 152, and which all day long the Object 152, the ISU 152 is much superior than this in pretty much every way, except for the armor. But you're going to see Chart. He's playing it front line. Look, I mean, it's a tier 9 game, and he's playing it as front as he can be, and he's going to get some block damage as well. And he's going to get quite a few kills. So that's his first victim, 1,500 hit points. He hasn't taken any hit points yet. And here comes the next enemy, the Tiger 2, who does have some good armor. But the armor is pretty much elite for when you're driving a TD like this. You can see when he's angling, yes, it is a difficult pen, but switch to heat, no problem at all. He does only do just over 300 damage, so the damage is a lot less, but at least he managed to get the pen. So he's still in no danger. He's frontline, and he hasn't really been in any danger except for that shot there from the VK, which is a tier 9 tank. He hasn't really been in any danger whatsoever, considering how frontline I mean, he's at the front. He is at the front, and his team are starting to die. So that's 3 tanks down to his team, 1 tank down to the enemy. There's 1 cap point each. The ISU 152 makes the mistake in coming around. He notices that he's coming around. A good awareness there, taking him out to bring him to 2 kills and 3,500 damage. But he has just taken a nasty shot from that waffle, bringing him down to only 75 hit points. He's on 3.5k damage, 2 kills. It's 4 against 5. They're losing on supremacy points, and he is only on 75 hit points. He hasn't blocked any damage at the moment, so he is paying attention to this waffle. If he can get a nice shot, luckily the waffle does get shot from someone else as well, so he is able to clear him for his 3rd kill, bringing it down to a 4-on-4. And as you can see, they are now just ahead in supremacy points. He really needs to take this Tiger out. If he average rolls, he can take him out, and that is exactly what he does. And just look at his awareness. I mean, the awareness is fantastic. 4.4k damage. He knows that there is a T49 on his way around, and he's going to use that to clear him. Again, lovely awareness, lovely shot, and a nice kill. 5 kills, and all of a sudden they are now in the lead. The EXP again is doing the right thing. He's the one with the hit points. He's the one that's going to go front line and pretty much try and absorb all the damage that is from the enemy team. The VK, I'm surprised hasn't been killed at the moment, but Charred Coke does manage to take him out, and at this point in the game there's just 1 tank left. Luckily the T34 gets a shot just before he gets that shot in. 5,700 damage, top gun, high caliber, and of course he gets every single kill. Well played indeed. Thank you guys for sending me that in. Sorry that this hold my tea is a bit late, but I've just been busy. I've had stuff going on. I've not really just felt like making any videos. So more videos to come. Just be patient. I'm Meadsy69, and I will see you all soon. Bye bye.